Shayne McManus.
Shayne!
Travis.
Hold on.
What day is it? Wait a minute. What day is it?
Shayne!
Tra-
Is there an echo in here?
Travis. Screwed up the intro again.
That's all right. What are you talking about? What day is it?
What day is it?
It's
it's not our normal day.
I know it's Monday. Something happened on Friday. I don't know what happened, but here we are today.
That's why I'm not feeling it.
Why? Because you're out of your
on Monday.
You're out of your groove.
I'm out of something. Groove, mind.
What happened on Friday?
Well, I went to get my truck.
What truck?
Well, I told you I was looking for a truck.
Right, I know, because you wanted to get out of the house. I've got to be free. I've got to be free.
Well, my other truck, free. Well, that's not going to get me free. But my other truck had almost like 300,000 miles on it, so I was due for something.
How many of those 300 miles did you put on it?
Well, no, probably 30,000, if that much.
Where did you get this truck, though? Did you buy it used?
I did. It came from Georgia.
Oh no,
I got it from an accident.
No, the old truck, not the new truck.
Oh, just a friend.
Oh,
yeah. Its original and purpose was just to get me around town and back and forth to lumber companies or whatever when I was doing what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
And delivering some stuff locally, but it was on its last leg.
So you got a new truck?
Not brand new, it's used.
So what did you get?
It's a 2013 Dodge Ram 1500 Sport, I think it is.
It's got a Hemi.
Yeah.
Got a
5.7 liter.
Got a Hemi in it.
Yeah. I forgot about those commercials. I wonder what that dude's doing. He's from Hickory.
Is he? Sounds like a Hickory faggot.
Yeah. What is that guy's name? John Reap or something like that.
I don't know. You're going to have to look it up. Yeah. I switch screens. Everything goes black.
No. Well, I don't know what. I know he's from Hickory. But anyway. So, just something that's a little bit more reliable.
Now, you said you wanted all the bells and whistles and stuff. Did you get bells, whistles, and stuff?
Dude, this thing has got everything you can think of.
I can think of a lot of stuff. Even
have you ever sat in a vehicle that has air-conditioned seats?
Yeah, mine does.
Really?
Yeah, my Chevy Silverado, my brand new 2023 Chevy 2,500 ton, whatever it is. Yeah, it's got your heated and air seats.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's got heated seats too. But this is the first time I've ever experienced air-conditioned seats or cooled seats, whatever you want to call them. But it feels like somebody smeared icy hot all over your ass.
It feels good, especially on a day like today.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird feeling.
So the thing is with air-conditioned seats, though, if you're smart, you'll start the truck up before you get in it. I mean, there's got to be a keyless, remote start. Fire the truck up, cools everything down. That way you're not going on your are they leather seats, I'm assuming?
Yes, they're leather seats.
So you're not sitting on hot leather seats and, pan frying your flapjacks back there.
Well, I mean, I like to turn it on and then feel the cool building up.
Mm-hmm.
But that sensation feels like you're sitting in a pool of icy hot or Bengay or whatever.
Keeps your butt cheeks from sweating.
It's just weird. Yeah, it's a very odd feeling for me. Maybe I feel like I pissed my pants and now it's getting cold.
Do you drive around and go, I guess this is how the rich people feel with nice cool seats. I wonder if the Kardashians have this in their vehicle.
Yes. While I'm brushing the headliner out of my eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a few little issues.
Holding it up.
Yeah. It's not perfect. I'll never buy another brand new vehicle again. It's got a few little cosmetic issues that I can fix myself, so that'll kind of give me something to occupy my mind a little bit.
The last used vehicle I bought was in 2002. I bought a 1997 Chevy Suburban, full size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking the barn doors on the back, the real long body.
Well, I'm surprised that the Queen let you buy that, Charles.
No, this is way before any of us. This is just me on my own. I was working in nightclubs and stuff, and I had the money. I paid cash for it, and back then in 2002, it was a 97, and I think I paid $14,700.
Wow.
It had the it had the leather Escalade seats, with the scrambled eggs on the headrest.
Yes.
4 captain's chairs. It had a TV VCR in it.
Wow.
The back bench, the back bed was a fabric, but would lie down. Like you pull it up and it would lay down so you could sleep in the back.
Oh, like a futon?
Something like that, yeah. But, it was nice. It was nice.
Yeah. Well, this is the best that I could get for the money. I paid cash for this, so it's the best that I could get for the money that I had.
But I say never. I appreciate having a new vehicle, even if it lasts, I usually trade them in every 10 years. But the Suburban left me a couple times, and I was like, oh, the pumpkin, the big pumpkin on the back of it, over the rear axle.
Mm-hmm.
All those stripped out. So had to get that. Yeah, had to get that fixed one time, and then on its very, very last leg, I blew the main seal on the truck, and it had no power. It would run all day long, but as soon as you got on the gas, it would go and just like kind of, there was no power behind it.
Mm-hmm.
So
letting all the exhaust out and the pressure.
Exactly. So I traded that in and bought the Nissan Titan truck when it first came out, brand new, off the lot.
Oh.
Whew, man, that thing would scream.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm not opposed to a new vehicle, but unless I got tons of cash to pay for one, I'll probably never do it again.
Today, man, to buy a new vehicle is hellacious expensive. So,
well, what I really, the truck that I would really like to have brand new is $80,000.
Yeah, mine was close to, was around 100,000 for mine. So,
good God, that's insane. That's what houses used to cost.
Yeah, the first house I ever bought was $44,000. Yeah.
God, how old are we?
Well, I bought that when I was 22. So 20 also, not 22, 20 also. So that was 30 years ago.
What's 2 years difference, Mike? Nobody cares. 2022.
So I get a phone call the other day. Weird phone call. My neighbors are from Arizona. The neighbors next door that have like the 15 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I get weird phone numbers all the time that call me on my cell phone, and scam calls and things like that. And I see one that says Arizona. I said, okay, now they're doing the scramble phone numbers coming out of Arizona. So I pick up the phone and I go, what? It's my neighbor's wife.
Oh.
And she's like, Travis, I hope I'm not bothering you. She doesn't like us. She doesn't like me. She's a very, very Christian woman. She doesn't like it because I drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I drink, all day long. And I'm around the kids.
Surprised. And I bet she didn't want you over there to do the prom thing either, did she?
He does. The husband loves me. He thinks I'm cool as hell. Oh. Now, he doesn't drink either. He's very religious, but he's got some smarts. He's got some head smarts. She's very judgy. She's very judgy. But anyways, she gives me a call. And I'm like, oh, hey, Terry, what's going on? Kendra they've got a big excursion, not the expedition, the excursion, Ford Excursion, the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
When you got a family of 5 kids, 6 kids or whatever, you need something big to haul them around. And she's stuck basically a mile and a half up the road. And she's like, I'm not home. I'm feeding the homeless at a shelter over here. And my husband is, he just flew out. He's an airline pilot. So he's going to be gone for 4 days. She's like, can you go and help them? And I'm like I literally, Shane, she calls me at 12:45. Now, you and all our listeners know what happens at 12 o'clock for me.
First can starts the pop.
First can does start the pop. So 12:45, I'm probably 3 into it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I go, sure, I'll go down there. I said, now look, I am not a mechanic. I am a person who buys new vehicles, so I don't have to do this kind of thing. I don't want to be stranded on the side of the road. It happened one time. I'll never happen again. That's why I buy new vehicles. Now, granted, this vehicle that they have, I think, is a 2005. And he's the kind of person that'll sit there and fix it if something happens. You know, water pump, oil pump, gas pump, penis pump, whatever it needs. He puts it in there.
Yeah.
So I go down there.
I'm the same way.
Yeah. So I go down there, and Kendra is the oldest daughter. And the oldest son is down there as well. So I said, okay, what's going on? And he's like, well, we looked at all the fluids, you know, and I started up and it doesn't start. All right. So I get in there. I fire it up. Now, Shane, I'm not a mechanic. You are a smart guy. When I fire it up, it'll you know, and it'll sit there and idle for a minute or two and then go, or a second or two, and then it'll go and turn off. Fire it right up again. And if I pedal the gas around 2,000, $2,000, and let it sit there, it'll stay. As soon as I take my foot off the pedal, it shuts off. What is that problem?
It's either a fuel injector or a fuel pump.
Are those easy to replace?
No. Well, it depends. Some of them are. Fuel pump should probably, it depends on where the fuel pump is. A lot of them are located in the gas tank. Just depends on the model of the car, but usually not.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick little break, and I'll tell you exactly what happened when we come back.
Okay.
All right. Stick around.
Nothing is easy to replace on a car anymore.
I know. You ready?
Why does my screen keep going back to screensaver? I've fixed this.
You should have bought a new screensaver.
I just keep having to wake the screen up. It's not affecting the stream or anything.
No.
It's dumb stuff.
Stupid.
Dumb. Hey, the dealership sent me a thumb drive with all of my vehicle information.
Oh, I know. I got
those people drove it from Georgia here.
Did they?
For me?
Nothing says buy our vehicle like having someone drive it 500 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here's mine.
211. Oh, nice. That's exact same thing.
Yeah, that's mine. And I'll tell you what, that's handy to have because I was looking over some warranty stuff, and I could just pull it right up and do PDF file, search for what I wanted.
Oh, well, we can talk about that. That'll get into my other problem.
Okay. Well, let me finish up my my kid stranded story. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So you were saying that it's kind of hard to put in a water pump, oil pump. I don't know what kind of. See, this is how much I know about cars. I pay people to take care of the cars. Now I know what needs to be done. Mentally, I know what needs to be done. You know, so don't fucking try to screw me. But I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and you know, once they started putting emissions on cars, they got hard to work on.
Yeah.
Thanks, government.
Yeah. Way to go, Obama.
No, you got to go all the way back to Carter for that.
Way to go, Carter Obama.
Yeah, but it just depends on where this stuff is. It can be easy. It can be hard. It depends.
So I go.
So what ended up happening? What did you do?
So I said to the boy. Now the boy, he's going to be an engineer, like physically a trained engineer. Doot doot. He's
oh, okay.
Yeah. So he went to school to learn all that, and he's going out to Wyoming here in a couple weeks. And he is, let's just say June was his month.
June was his month.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yes.
In that kind of family?
Yes.
Do they know?
They do not acknowledge it. Well, you saw Shane, you saw the prom party. You saw the one kid dancing to Dolly Parton. Hello.
Yeah, that was him. Well, no. You never elaborated. We just thought he was weird.
No, that wasn't him. That's his friends.
So just so we're clear.
Birds of a feather.
He is gay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Good. All right.
Now,
Establish that.
I'm not going to say
so they don't acknowledge it. They don't acknowledge it, or they're shunning him, or
no.
they give him the Amish treatment.
They treat him just like a normal kid, which is what you should do anyways. They don't say, well, some parents will, oh, my son's not gay, and hit him in the face. You're not gay, bam. But they love him. They bring him in, and he's just one of the family. Now, as far as what's going to happen when he moves out, I don't know. Mm-hmm. He's going to meet somebody, and that somebody's going to have to come to dinner one night.
Golly, a gay train conductor from a Christian family. He's going to have a show on TLC.
Talking about putting it in the hole, right? Putting it through the tunnels.
Oh, here we go.
So anyways, back to the truck. So the girl's in the truck and the brother's up there, and he's like, I don't know what to do. I said, look, do you have a tow truck coming? Yeah, but we don't know what's going to be here. I said, okay, what I'll do is I just happen to have a pull strap on me. I said, I'll do the pull strap. I said, have you ever been in a car that's been towed? Now, Shane, have you ever been in a car that's been towed?
Yeah.
So
I know.
So when I get in the truck and I put all the pull straps and everything on it, get the carabiners all lined up and everything, and he puts the car in neutral and then turns the key so the wheel has motion. You can turn the wheels. I said, now look, this is the sun. There's no power steering and there's no power brakes. What is the job? Let's do it this way. What is the job of the person that's being towed? What's his job compared to the person that's pulling them?
Well, the biggest thing is pay attention.
Okay.
One, steering and brakes.
So I told him, I said, I'm not using the brakes. You are my brakes. I will never touch the brakes. You are the one. Now here in North Carolina, how many flat level roads do you have?
Not many.
No. So here I am. I'm putting my whole entire trust. I've got this $100,000 brand new Chevy Silverado 2500 series with air conditioned leather seats, towing this 2005 Ford Excursion that weighs probably just as much, if not more, than my truck. And I've got this tow rope that I've doubled over, so I have there's no slack or anything. And we probably have a distance between the two of us of 12 feet. He's got 12 feet of decision-making before he slams into the back of my truck. I said, now, if you hit the brakes, you need to get up and stand on them. Don't tap them like you're in a parade or anything like that. You do not have brakes. You need to stand on them. Like physically, well, you know what I mean. When I say stand on, you're physically ass in the chair.
You gotta mash them.
Yeah. So I started off slow, pulled out of the side street that he was on, got on the main highway, country road highway, 2-lane country road highway, and started getting up the top of the hill. He was doing fine. I was pulling him up there, got to the top of the hill. I'm like, all right, now's the time I either kiss my quote unquote ass goodbye or he's going to do just well. So we kind of rolled over the top of the hill and started making that descent. And I took my foot off the gas and just I could feel him pumping the brakes because he's jerking, the truck's jerking a little bit. Finally got the hang of it, got him all the way back home. No problem, no incident. Handled it like a goddamn champ, like he's done it a million times. Pulled the truck up his driveway, which is a serpentine driveway, parked it, disconnected it. And I said, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, thank you. Everyone went inside. That was it. Shut the door. See you later. If you need anything, let us know. And I'm like,
man. Now, you took a big chance on that, though.
Now, he could have smashed into the back of the, and I say smash, I had the camera going because it's got rear cameras on the back of it. And I'm watching him, and he's got his arm out the window and smoking a cigarette. No, he wasn't doing that. But I mean, it was. You're right. I put a lot of trust in this kid that's never been towed before, especially vehicles of that size. I mean, they're huge.
Well, you got a lot of weight on both ends, so them two coming together for any reason wouldn't have been a good thing.
So he did well. We got him in his driveway, and then, like I said, he shut the door, locked it up, and walked in and said, "All right, thank you, Travis. See you later." All right.
Would you stand there with your hand going, "Where's my money?"
Just kind of like, do you know what kind of risk or anything that I've just performed for you and your parents? Nah. And his parents weren't home. Nobody was home.
Kids that age don't realize that kind of stuff. They're just like, oh, why weren't you here sooner?
Exactly. Oh my,
Yeah.
I can't get a signal. My battery's almost dead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's they just come to expect this kind of stuff.
So that's what happened. That was my story as far as it was unnerving. I mean, it was scary. So
I wouldn't have wanted to do it. I mean, things are so weird with cars nowadays. There's like if you're going to jump a car off, there's like a sequence of how you have to hook up the jumper cables now so you don't blow stuff up. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on, but hey, I wouldn't be towing them with my used truck.
Why?
No, because especially a kid that's
but he's
possibly not mechanically inclined. I don't,
he's got to be somewhat mechanically inclined. He's going to be a train conductor.
I know, but I just envision him riding in the thing behind you, pumping the brakes, playing the Sound of Music.
The hills are alive and it's pretty scary.
Well, good. I'm glad that worked out for you. You took a big risk.
I did. And I don't have anything to show for it now.
Nope, nothing at all. So but you'll be all right. You did a good deed.
I did my good deed. Did you have any problems buying your truck? You said you were going to pay hard cash for it.
I didn't have any problems buying the truck.
But
we had a little snafu at the bank, but it worked itself out. But I go to add the truck to my insurance.
Okay.
Well, guess what?
What?
My license has been revoked.
Suspended or revoked?
Well, suspended.
Wait, can I guess?
Sure.
Okay. So you have or had a CDL license, right?
Correct.
So you at one time were driving the big trucks.
Correct.
And I know that every year, in order to maintain a CDL, you have to have a certificate of your medical card.
Correct.
So you have not driven a truck in probably 3 years.
Correct.
Have you not gotten your medical card in those 3 years?
Okay. You're close.
Okay.
You're close.
So tell me what happened.
Yes, I do have a Class B CDL, which I'm not using anymore. So I went to renew my license probably 6 months after I stopped driving. So when I was there, I went through the whole thing and, when I got my license renewed, I renewed it as a Class B again. So in order to maintain that Class B CDL, if you're actively driving, then you have to have a DOT card or a physical every 2 years.
2 years or every year? I thought it was every year.
It's every 2 years, okay. Unless you have some sort of medical problem that they found that they have to keep up with. So,
gotcha. Like diabetes or high blood pressure.
Yeah. So if you are not actively driving a commercial vehicle, you don't have to have that DOT medical certification. But if you go start driving again, you'll just have to go get another physical and get your card.
Get an update.
But you are still allowed to keep the Class B CDL. Now, they started something stupid and new. When every time you go to get your license renewed, you have to fill out this piece of paper and send it off to Raleigh. And you have to declare whether you are exempt, non-exempt, or interstate or intrastate driver. Do you ever remember anything like that?
Yeah.
Having to declare?
No. Well, the intrastate and interstate, I do remember. What was the other one?
The exempt and non-exempt.
I don't know what. In Florida, we didn't have it. So the only thing I can think of exempt is if you're hauling commercial crops or commercial commodities. Agricultural commodities.
Yeah. I don't know what any of it means. I just tell me which box I'm supposed to check so I can send this off. So you're supposed to check off your boxes, whatever you're declaring, and then you're supposed to fax it off to, your state DMV. They'll put that on record. you're good to go. Well, I'm not driving a truck. I didn't know I had to do that. Well, that is the one thing that you have to do. And if you don't make that declaration, then they will suspend your license. So I found that out way before I drove this truck, before I bought this truck. I found that out, made an appointment to go to the DMV. I wasn't really quite.
That's always a joy.
Oh my God. That's a whole story in itself, because the supervisor there was in a really bad mood, and me and him just about got into it. But, went up there, got that figured out. And so, Saturday went to go add the truck to the insurance, and they're like, well, you're, pulling my DMV record. Your license is revoked.
Not suspended. Revoked.
Yeah, it went from, so I got it taken care of. Well, now on their end, it went from suspended to revoked. So I had to get got online. You can go online and check the status of your license. It says everything's fine. But I cannot add my truck to the insurance until they get this figured out. And I don't know how long it's going to take. And they're like, well, on our end, and your DMV record, MVR record is showing your license is revoked. But then you go to the website and it says that it's active. So I don't know what in the world's going on, but in the meantime, I'm really not supposed to be driving that truck.
Or you have a hard copy, right? You have your license, your physical license.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So here, your advantage, Shayne home court advantage. If you ever get pulled over, God forbid, you get pulled over, license and registration, you hand them your license and your registration, because you have a hard license in your hand. The cop will go, hey, did you know your license was suspended? You go, what? I did not know that. Well, yeah, it looks like you've had some problems, and he'll tell you right then and there. But as long as you have that hard copy license in your hand, they physically cannot take you to jail. They'll issue you a warrant to show up in court to show that, hey, get this taken care of. Go to the court, show them your license, and then they'll let you go once you get everything cleared up. But as long as you have a hard copy in your hand, just Shayne, first of all, for everyone listening, just get it cleared up. But if you do drive it, keep in mind that that's like your get out of jail free card for that pullover. If they pull you over and you don't have a license, and they find out that it is long revoked, they will do one of two things. They'll issue a citation for you to show up in court, or two, they will take you to jail.
So, well, I'm not worried about going to jail. I mean, I thought I got this cleared up. I went to the DMV, did what they told me to do. So if a cop pulls me over, are they going to be looking at the same thing that the insurance company's looking at? Or do they have something totally different? Because the North Carolina DMV website says my license is active.
DOT, yeah. DMV, DOT, yeah. They pull the DOT stuff.
Well, what the heck is this insurance company looking at then? What MVR are they pulling from?
They get whoever said that it was revoked. There is a notice that goes to your insurance. So let's say, you have your driver's license. They know based on your driver's license what insurance company you have, because it'll say whatever, Allstate or something like that. They will send a notice to Allstate saying that, hey, this guy's insurance this guy's license is revoked, insurance purposes or whatever. There's a long, muddy field there, but I mean, that's what happens.
Well, I mean, they never got a notice from anybody. They just went to pull. It was weird.
Call your insurance company and explain everything to them.
I did.
And
they're looking into it, but today's a holiday, so I don't know.
You're looking into
it. I got on the website and I did screenshots of my picture, driver's license status is active, nothing going on, and sent it to them. So they're going to have to figure it out.
All right, so it's in there.
I've proved my point.
Yeah, the ball's in their court.
Yeah.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm going to try to turn this stupid screensaver off again. Start screensaver when inactive.
I got to get a refill.
Off. Turn display off on power adapter when inactive. Require power.
So far away.
I'm telling you, you better get that. Look.
What?
$100, you can get a fridge up there.
I don't want a fridge up here.
I know you've got the money, Travis. Just do it. Pull the trigger. Get yourself a refrigerator. You'll love yourself for it. Long time.
Nope.
I promise.
I hate it.
Why?
Because I drink them too fast. I have to go downstairs. It breaks it up.
Oh, whatever. Have a little bit of discipline. We're only talking, 10, 15 minutes?
No way, man. No way.
Jeez. Well, look, you
ready?
Your other option is to pass out on your way back up the stairs.
It's the only
I'm telling you, I've gotten to the point where I only give you a certain amount of time, and if you don't show back up, I'm knowing you're laying down at the bottom of the stairs, passed out, and I'm clicking out, and I'm going home. I'm done.
Show's over.
Yeah, I may or may not call 911. I don't know.
If you're lucky, I'll get 911 called on me.
Yeah, well, maybe we need to get you a life alert bracelet.
Hell, I've fallen and I can't get up. Shane, check this out.
Don't mess. I've got one of those.
Yeah,
I got one of those.
But does yours have sleeveless?
It is
24-inch pythons, baby.
Yeah, it is. It is redneck.
It says, "Don't mess." What's it say? Read it for everyone that's watching us on the YouTube video, or that's not watching us on the YouTube. What's it say?
Don't mess with gay radio DJs. Oh no, don't mess with grill master.
Yeah, and it's got does it have pistons? What's it got on? No, it's like a fork and knife and American.
Oh, okay, yeah, spatula and a fork
and American flag and all that stuff. Get ready for the 4th of July, Shane. You ready?
Oh, somebody went to Walmart, didn't they?
Actually, yeah, I know exactly. My wife bought me this, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, and I never really had a chance to wear it. And the stars aligned just right. We're doing the show the day before 4th of July weekend, and it's hot up here in the studio because I have to turn the AC off. That guy where's it at?
There you go.
That guy right there, I got to turn him off because it'll sound like a freaking hurricane in here if I don't have it on, or if it's on. So I figured I'd wear something a little comfortable. So that's what I got for 4th of July.
Nice. I like that.
Now, us having horses here on the property, this is a horrible time for us, is 4th of July. Because everyone, my dogs, and they're scared, and, fireworks, and they they hide underneath the bed and all that things. And do your dogs have problems with fireworks outside?
Oh, yeah.
What about
they will not go outside and go to the bathroom. If they've heard one pop, they're done for the night.
What about
they go hide?
What about thunderstorms and stuff? Are they scared of thunderstorms?
No, not so much thunderstorms, but fireworks are bad.
So what happens here is, now granted, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and if there are fireworks that are happening, they're a quarter mile, if not, less than a quarter mile from the house. They're not like next door.
Yeah.
Which is good. So we get the residual bang, the concuss that comes from the fireworks. And
yeah, the deep shockwave bangs, the ones that are the worst. Yeah.
But if they get close enough, our horses will run uncontrollably. No stopping them, no slowing them down. They will run from one side of the pasture around all the way down through the fences to the other side of the pastures that cover the whole entire property. Now, we only have, right now, we only have 2 pastures open, but those 2 pastures are, 2.5 acres each. So you're talking, however many feet, hundreds and hundreds of feet, they're running full steam. These 1,500-pound horses running it close to, 15, 20 miles an hour. Stop, slide into the fence, the electric fence, turn around and haul the other direction. So we have to be real, real careful. if we hear a lot of bangs and thunder and stuff, not thunder, but fireworks, we physically have to go out there and stand in the field with them.
Can you not put them in their stables?
That's even worse, because what's going to happen is they'll reel up, and because they'll feel trapped and stuff. When we first moved into this property, we have, where our barn is down on the bottom side of the property. My best friend, who ended up dying, Shane, you're not my best friend, by the way, so you don't die.
Well, I was going to say, I just barely know you.
He brought over an arsenal of firearms. He brought an M4 AK. Brought an AK, brought a AR-15, brought a 50 cal pistol, brought a Mossberg, brought my favorite was the speed loader, the little 22 rifle. That was fun. And he must have brought brought a Desert Eagle. He had at least 15, 20 different weapons that he brought across state lines, which was crazy in itself. And and it was raining, so we would sit in the barn and fire out of the barn. We'd sit on the back part of the barn and fire into the field, and stuff, not the pastures, the other side of the property. And the horses would not come in the barn after we were all done for 3 days. They wouldn't come inside the barn to eat or nothing for 3 days.
Yeah, this stuff freaks them out. And like I said, ours, if they if they hear any kind of fireworks an hour or two later and it's all calm, they still won't go outside. They still will not go do their business. And they'll start to get missing. We won't know where they are. And then we'll find them in different nooks and crannies of the house. And they'll be up in the closets, and they just kind of disappear. So we got to go on a search for them, because you call them and they won't come to you.
No,
because you're just hunker down and stay where they are. So
you're the reason for all this noise. That's why.
Yeah. So then you got to go on a dog Easter egg hunt.
How's Stephanie doing?
By then, she's doing.
She doing?
Got more crap popping up. Yeah, they just got crap popping up all the time. Got to have a CT scan.
What's a CT scan?
We're check her. It's kind of it's a form of an MRI.
Okay. Do they put dyes or anything in her?
I think so. Whatever contrast is, I guess they call it. You can either drink it or they put it in an IV. But she just had so much crap going on. Tired of it. Tired of all this medical BS.
I'm out of here. I'm taking my brand new to me truck, and I'm out of here.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that old saying, getting old ain't for wimps. But I don't, gosh, well, how old is she? 47. But she's had so much stuff going on the past couple of years anyway. It just gets old. She needs a break.
Well, give her a vacation break. Didn't you guys go to Mexico not too long ago?
Where was the last place we went out of the country? No, it was the Dominican Republic. That was a mess because she got sick there. She got E. coli when she was there.
Way to go, Obama.
Yeah. Right. Blame who was president? No, that was Trump at that time, so you can blame Trump.
Yeah, but Obama's breath was in the air.
That's true. But yeah, she's all kinds of crazy medical stuff going on. This one's weird. She's coughing. She's got this cough that won't go away. And it's causing this pain in her head when she coughs. So
I have the same thing. I do.
Really?
Yeah. Well, the medication. Oh God. Oh.
Flies for lunch?
No, I still have my tonsils. You ever get those little white things in the back of your throat? One just popped up on me.
I get them all the time.
Oh, squish them and they smell.
That just means they're rotting.
Great. Here, let me fix them. I'll sterilize them.
Yeah, just wash those on down.
But no, I cough all the time. The medication that I have, one of the side effects is a dry cough. And I have it. Mm-hmm. And I told my doctor I have it. But if it's not like a nagging, bronchitis type cough, but sometimes I'll cough and right above my right eyebrow, right or left eyebrow, I'm not sure which side, but it's right on the very top of my head, about 1 inch by 1.5 inches by a 1/2 inch wide is a pain, like a sharp little pain. And I'm going, all right, that's going to kill me. There's my aneurysm right there.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, does it do it every time you cough?
No, not every time, but there are sometimes, out of a month's time, it might happen twice.
Yeah, that just sounds like some weird Travis shit that nobody else has to deal with. But yeah,
I'm not an animal.
Hers has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and it just won't stop. And then they give her antibiotics and steroids, and the coughing won't stop, and the headache doesn't stop. And it's just like, geez.
Is she on blood pressure medicine or heart medicine or anything?
No, she's not. I mean, her blood pressure's been okay. But see, she's had all these surgeries and all this stuff going on. This in 2 years, this woman has had 16 CT scans.
I'm telling you, Shane, there's something, like the lady who was pulling my blood. There's something floating around in her body that they forgot that hardened up, and now it's in her head.
Wow, let's hope not.
I know. Knock on wood here.
Yeah, but so always something going on. Always. And I'm trying to figure out a way to stop it. Drink more beer, right?
More beer.
But yeah, no, nothing worth talking about. Cause
I'm thinking about getting knuckle tattoos.
Are you really?
I've not always wanted it.
You're full of it. You're not going to get any tattoos.
I have no tattoos on my whole entire body. I have not single one. And the reason why is because growing up as a kid, I was like, that is dumb. I'm smart. I don't need something permanently on my body. And and I've always had piercings. Like I said, I've had all my eyebrows pierced. I've had my nose pierced. I've had my lip pierced, my ears pierced 15 times over. I've had everything done. My whole entire face pierced. When I turned 30, pulled them all out. I still have scars and stuff, but I was that guy, the club guy, that had all the piercings. I never had my tongue pierced because I talked for a living. I had my little bray pierced. I had this pierced. I had everything pierced. If you're watching this on the YouTube video, hi. But, hold on, let me see. Can you see my scar?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. Looks like somebody hooked you with a...
fishing reel.
A marlin hook.
Yeah. So I saw something, and a friend of mine had her knuckles out like this, and it said bookworm on it. And I was like, well, that's kind of brave, bookworm. Kind of she's one of those steampunk type people, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was like,
yeah, everything's copper and leather.
Basically, yeah. Everything's the Day of the Dead, all the Mexican Day of the Dead mask all over. It's just weird. Just a weird atmosphere to live in. Anyways, I was like, if I was going to get something on my wrist, on my knuckles, what would it be? Something cool. And everything I come up with doesn't fit on my knuckles. Talk show, on my knuckles. That would be stupid because everyone goes, oh, why do you have that on your knuckles? It's got to be cool. So I'm trying to think of something to go across my knuckles. And
now you're gonna get my wheels spinning because I'm sure I can come up with something.
All right, well,
whether you'll want to do it or not is a different story.
We'll think about it. We'll talk about it when we come back. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Thinking about it. 2 5-letter words.
No, 4 letters.
Well, that's right.
How many fingers you got?
Well, yeah. Sorry. Had the old hitchhiker in there too. Sorry.
Why does it say club? And then you put it's scrub. You put the S up there.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
Yeah, well, the fact that I said 5 letters instead of 4 is stupid enough. I'm sleepy.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Shane, what's wrong? What are you doing?
I can't keep my laptop from going to sleep. I went and changed every setting I can think of, and just tired. Doesn't want to work today.
You and everybody else.
Nah, no kidding.
So we have at one time we had 3 properties down in Orlando. My wife and I. We have sold all but one. And the one that we haven't sold, I call it the big house because I think it's 2,400 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bath. It's a big house.
That's the one you're holding on to in case the shit hits the fan and you gotta.
Exactly. That's the one. And it's just outside of Daytona Beach in Volusia County. If anyone living in Florida knows where that's at, it's in a small little town called Deltona. It's a huge town, population, I think 14,000 people, and no downtown. It's just buildings and buildings. It's just, there's no city hall. There's no nothing. It's just Volusia County.
I have been there. Been right through there on the way to Orlando.
Yep. So, and you have to cross that big bridge. That's Monroe, Lake Monroe.
Yeah. That's right before you get to the Speedway, right? Just up above the Speedway.
Yeah. And, but we live on the backside of Lake Monroe is where our house is at. And, we have renters in there, and we just got done putting on a new roof. Hurricane came through, little water damage. Great. Fine. Put a new roof on, insurance paid, there's a trade-off as far as what the roof was valued at compared to what a new roof is, and yada, yada, yada. So we got a new roof put on. And I don't know if you know this, talking about like selling and buying things, that if you have a roof in Florida, if you have a house in Florida and the roof is older than 10 years old, they won't sell it. They will not.
Really?
Yeah, because of insurances. So, I mean, there's ways to get around it. You can do cash offer deal and that type stuff, as is, no warranty, that type stuff. But we were fortunate enough to where we replaced the roof on this house. And I think it was like $14,000 I have that done. So that's all taken care of. Then we get a call from the property manager. Property manager goes, the refrigerator went out. And I'm like, all right. Now, this is my wife telling me this. She said it's going to cost $3,500 to fix the refrigerator. I said, what on the refrigerator costs $3,500? It's a $2,500, if not $2,000 refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. That's what she's telling me. My wife is the type of person that would just pay for it. Don't ask questions. Just get it done.
Yeah.
So I asked the questions. And the questions I asked, she doesn't want to answer. I don't know. They put a patch on is what I was told. A patch? What kind of patch? Is like the door half open? They put a patch so they can close it? I don't understand what a patch is.
Somebody shoot a hole in the front door?
Yeah. Total Breaking Bad style.
Yeah.
But
wow.
I said, all right, babe. So what are we going to do? She's like, we just spent $14,000. We have to wait for the insurance check to come back for the roof, to put it back in our bank account and stuff. She's like, I'm tired of spending money on this stupid house. Now the house, the house is valued at, the house right now is valued at $371,000. We only owe, I think, $202 on it. So we're at that point now. But, it's like we have to buy a new refrigerator. I said, all right, the refrigerator that's in there is a stainless steel, side-by-side, water and ice in the door. 2,400 cubic square foot or cubic refrigerator. Good size refrigerator. Now, my opinion is if you can't take care of the refrigerator, I'm not buying you another side-by-side stainless steel, water and ice in the door.
Just put the basics in there.
$750, freezer up top, refrigerator down below, 20 cubic square, no ice maker. Here's the bed. Here's your pillow. Go ahead and lay down.
Here's your Amazon basics.
So we just did that, and we're having it delivered. Now, this house has been rented out for, 10 years now. And in the process, we've only had, I think, 3 tenants, and everyone has been a great tenant. Mm-hmm. So there's an older couple that lives there, but I mean, I've never rented before. I take that back. We rented for 1 year, but we treated that house like it was our house. Now you've been on military bases and you've had to rent or do whatever traveling and stuff. But I mean, when you live in a place and you've been there for, let's say, over 2 years, that's pretty much your home. You're responsible for, I say responsible, you should be somewhat proud and take pride in your living situation.
Well, you need to update your renter's agreement because most people now, in the contract, it says that they take care of that kind of stuff. If the appliances go out or whatever, that the renter, not the rentee, The people that rent the place,
right?
They're the ones that are responsible for that kind of stuff. I mean, this is no different than they have to mow the grass, don't they? They have to take care of the
yeah,
yard.
because we have a homeowners association, and we get a letter, and we take that letter and we send it right to the property manager. The property manager calls them up and says, "Hey, lazy asses, mow the lawn. You know, pressure wash the driveway, pressure wash the sidewalks. You know, get the mold off the house because we had 2 big oak trees that hang over the top of it. This has to be done. And that's why we kind of like these." You know, where the house is at, you know, people take care of the property. But I was just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you can do it now. You can't.
$3,500? $3,500 to fix a refrigerator? What? I don't understand what that is. My wife had no answer.
You could have bought a really nice one for probably $500 cheaper than that.
You could have bought 2 refrigerators in there just in case one went out.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, you can't do it right now, but like the next, you know, when you renew the lease again, just change your rental agreement to where they have to take care of appliances, stoves, refrigerators, that kind of stuff. You take care of the structural.
Unfortunately, I think by Florida law, you have to provide a cooking surface, somewhere to cook, and somewhere to refrigerate. Those are the only 2 things that I'm responsible for in that house. Of course, AC and running water. That's literally and electric, of course.
Oh, well, get them a dollar store grill and a 48. Get them at least a 48 quart cooler. Go big time.
Right. They have to provide their own ice. So the new refrigerator doesn't have an ice maker or anything. So sorry for your luck. You had your chance. Take care of it.
Are they mad about it or?
I don't know. Don't care. You know, and here's what. And like I said, my wife, she'll sign the check and just go without asking questions. I would have said to the people that living in the house, if this was my house, so I'm going to get you a real small refrigerator unless you want to take care of the labor on the refrigerator that you have.
Sure.
And I'm not taking it off your rent. So if you want to continue having this lifestyle with that refrigerator and the ice maker and the water maker and all that stuff hooked up, you need to find your own, you know, handy guy, fix that refrigerator, and you can maintain it.
Well, I think but I think you can put in the contract or the rental agreement that, you know, you've provided the refrigerator. Like this, let's just say the one that you just bought, if it breaks, then it's their responsibility to get it fixed.
Yeah. So I don't know what's going to happen there.
Or you just let them starve.
No, there's too many places to eat out there. So
yeah, they'll be all right. They probably got money, don't they? They're rich. They're old and rich.
I think the rent on that place we charge, I think $2,500 a month.
Ow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're a slumlord.
Well, I mean, the market's come back around. When we rented out 10 years ago, I think we were getting like $1,300 for it. And our mortgage on the property is, I think, $1,600.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And
$2,500. That's crazy.
$2,500. So, and we've got,
that's what it is. That's normal. That's a normal rent now, especially for something, a little bit bigger. And,
we had 2 loans on the house and we paid one of the loans off. So we now our loan, our mortgage amount went from $1,600 to $1,200. So,
yeah. Well, and this is what's so weird. I mean, and I don't know how long this will last, but when we bought our house, we had it built. We paid $160 for it. You know what its value is now?
$235.
Yeah, keep going.
$245.
$400.
Shut up! Really? I've never been to your house, so I don't want to say that it's not worth it. I'm sure it is.
No, it's nothing special. 2 stories. Got well, it was 3 bedrooms. Now it's 4. But it's got a nice little piece of land with it. Nothing huge, but I mean, it just because everybody's moving here. Property values are through the roof.
Well, good.
So what I want to do is sell this place, and then I want to buy an RV and live in that. I want to be Cousin Eddie.
Shitter's full.
I'd love to do that. I would do that in a minute.
So I told you I worked at Home Depot for many years.
Yes.
And I met a lot of people. I've seen a lot of faces, and I rocked them all. No. I met a lot of people through the through the Home Depot, and the store that I was at was just outside of Universal Studios before they built it. So we're in that little hub of Orlando, not necessarily Disney World, but just down the street from Universal Studios. So I've met a lot of people. I'm not going to go down the list because it's too long to list. But one of the people that I actually met hit it off, man. Hit it off great. Laughed, joked, talked about, went to lunch one time. Is on Netflix right now. There is a documentary about American Gladiators.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen it yet?
I haven't watched it, but I've seen the advertisements for it. So
they go through the whole story about the original 6 gladiators, and then they got rid of 2 of them, and then they had the original 4, and then they went on tour and they got 6 more, and then so on and so forth. And the gladiators couldn't perform every night because they were getting beat up, so they had like all these rotation gladiators, and they brought on this person here, and this person stuck around for a year or 2 years in season 1, season 5, whatever it is. When I was working at Home Depot, I never watched American Gladiators. It was on from I think 89 to 96. And I was at Home Depot from 94 to 2014 at one time. So in that 2-year period where the American Gladiators were on TV, a girl, one of the gladiators, came into, I worked in the garden section. She came in. Her name was Sky, was her name. Mm-hmm. Had no idea who she was. She was about...
Aren't they all named Sky? See, that's an interchangeable. She can either be an American Gladiator or a stripper.
Exactly. So I'm in the garden section, and just my personality, hey, how can I help you? I'm all about plants. I went to school for plants and all this other stuff. And this woman came in. She was easily 6 foot tall, 6'3" with heels on, that type, long blonde hair, physically built, tan, very attractive, and not unapproachable, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Hey, can I help you? Yeah, I just bought a house over in Hunters Creek, which was the new neighborhood that they were building over there by Universal Studios. I just bought a house over in Hunters Creek, and I need some more landscape and stuff. And we're going over, and I'm doing all this stuff, and I don't know who she is. I just know she's a 6 foot tall blonde. And we're talking and everything, and she's like, you're so funny, you're so cute and stuff. She's like, would you like to go to lunch with me? She's like, what time do you get off? And I said, I don't get out of here till 7 o'clock. I said, I can do something with you tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. She's like, great. Here's my number. Here's, give me a call and we'll meet up somewhere around here. I said, great, fine, no problem. I think we went to Quiznos. You remember Quiznos?
Oh yeah, the sub place.
Cause they are toasty. We like our subs. So wow. We went to Quiznos, and believe it or not, Shane, I'm not the ladies' man you think I am.
Oh. Are you kidding me?
But I was just kind of nervous, just kind of, oh my God, it's not a date. It's just 2 friends.
Well, she's somewhat of a celebrity.
I had no idea who she was. Had no Zippo idea who she was. And while we were sitting there, and Quiznos had a little eatery outside, cast iron chairs and little cast iron tables, and we're outside eating. And we're just kind of chit-chatting. She's like, yeah, I'm a physical trainer, and this is what I do. I'm getting ready to buy a new gym, and I'm going to open up. I'm like, oh, that's great. I went to school with physical trainers, and I don't know, I'm making a bullshit. And some kids came over and asked for her autograph. She signed the autograph. And at the time, I was thinking, okay, I'm trying to put things together. Universal Studios had this generic wrestling event every Friday night in one of their back lots, and you could physically go there. I thought she was one of these wrestlers. That's how, I thought she was one of, it wasn't WWE, it was like WAW or something like that. Some generic name. World Amateur World.
Yeah, okay.
So, and she goes, she's like, have you ever watched American Gladiators? And I said, no, I know what it is. I don't know what it is, though. She's like, I'm on that show. I said, oh, really? I go, well, who are you? She goes, well, I'm Sky. Yeah. I'm Sky. She's like, I was on the, I work with Nitro. And she's naming all the Gemini and with all the, and I'm like, okay. Have no idea who you are. So
Drawing blanks.
Yep. So I think I might have offended her because I didn't know who she was. So I never got like a second call back from her or anything like that. You know, can we hook up again? Can we, you know, go out on a, you know, whatever, not a date, but, you know, just some kind of. So I tell you that to tell you this. I'm watching the American Gladiators, and I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if they're going to talk about her. And sure enough, towards the end of the series, there she is on the screen. And I'm like, whoa, I thought she was a man. I thought she, I mean, still built, very, very tan, very, very blonde. But when she talked like this. I was on American Gladiators for.
Yeah, she's using the steroids, or either that or she's transitioning.
Here's the part where I
would say,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, if you'd got a little further and she took you to her house or something, and, you know, she's got her own little, you know, gladiator thing set up there in her bedroom to sling you around for a while.
She's got the pootzel sticks or whatever they're called. I'm smacking her with them.
Yeah. What are those things called? Punji sticks?
Puzzle. I think puzzle sticks.
Anyway, yeah.
Puzzle sticks, yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
I used to watch that, but yeah, I remember her name. I remember that one.
So,
oh yeah, I'm sure she's
here's the part where
see my dick.
Want to see my baby penis?
Oh yeah.
So here's the thing. At the end of the last season, or the last episode of the thing, I'm not telling you this is how documentaries go. They always say, you know, where are they now? What are they doing now? Mm-hmm. And they get to her, and I literally stopped in the middle of it when she was on there. I go, I wonder what, you know, and I'm looking at her Instagram, and it's all these very, very risque photos of her in, like, you know, big boobs covering up, you know, bra, hand bra, you know, type thing. And I'm like going, God, Jesus Christ, what is she doing? And as soon as I started the show back up, she goes, I've got my own OnlyFans page. And you'd be amazed how many men out there love big, strong, athletic women's feet.
Oh my God.
And I'm like,
you kidding me?
I said,
what?
She's like,
that has got to be the craziest fetish freakiest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
But I talked to her a couple times. I went, not a date. We went out to lunch together one time, but it's just weird that I had that, you know, 7 degrees of separation, that I saw this girl, didn't know who she was, went out to lunch with her, talked to her for a little bit. I don't know if she got offended or whatever. And, you know, and now she is on this TV show, and she's squeezing tennis balls with her feet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw that interview, and they asked her, what's your biggest regret in life? She says, not having a second date with Trav.
Right.
I really hate I didn't go out with him again. Damn it.
I could have thrown him against the wall.
Yeah, he was just a little Weasley boy. I would have had a lot of fun with him.
Why
Look at that mouth.
Why does she sound like Sling Blade now?
I don't know. I don't know. She's evolving. She's evolving in my mind. I got her pulled up here on my phone. I'm trying to find a current picture.
But you see the pictures of her. Yeah, she's not beautiful. She's attractive. You know, like she's a good-looking woman, but she's not like knock dead, drop out gorgeous or whatever that slogan is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure she had a nice physique back then.
Yeah, in 96, she was that total 90s hair and 90s body and that type stuff, the high side bikini type thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, good job. At least you're attracting celebrities.
So now I've gone from the cashier at the Target hitting on me from.
Yeah. Well, you know, you weren't successful at Chick Day over at Tractor Supply.
No. So I blew my chance. Oh, well.
Yeah. Well, she's not, I mean, even, so here's a current picture of her. I mean, what's the old saying? I wouldn't kick her out of bed for eating crackers.
Ain't that right, crackers? Ain't that right, crackers?
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
You should have pursued that. You could have been on there with her. Yeah. here's my husband of 20 years.
Say,
over there in the corner, drunk, drool all out of your mouth. Where's my beer?
Say hello, Travis. And smacks me. Say hello, Travis. Hello.
Hello, Travis. Hi. We have to remind you who you are every 10 minutes.
Right, yeah.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you had that experience.
That's my little story for that. Yeah, so there you go. I've got some weird stories, so.
I know. I mean, look, here's the way this show goes. I just sit and listen because I don't have to. It's just like, give it 5 minutes. It's going to get good. Something crazy's coming. I'm telling you.
What else you got going on? Anything?
No.
How's your father-in-law doing?
He's all right. He's back home. He's still recovering from his unnecessary CPR.
Did he listen to the show yet?
I think so. I don't know. He said he was going to try to get caught up.
All right. Anything else before I let you go, Shane?
No, I think we're good. You doing anything tomorrow special? Shooting fireworks?
No, I'm going to continue putting up the triple rail fence around the front pasture. Hopefully it'll be cool tomorrow.
You have any horse Ativan for your horses so they don't get all distraught?
She's got something down there. It's a paste that she squirts in the side of the mouth. So
okay,
we'll see. But
have you tried it?
No, not after that one episode with that friggin' dab stuff I took. We haven't touched that shit. No way. No.
Yeah, you better. Oh, that's what you can do. Give them CBD oil or something.
Beer is the steer clear for me.
There you go.
All right, Shane. Yeah. I'm gonna let you go.
All right. See you. Bye.
See you. Bye. There you have it.
And cut.